I'm 40 years old and there's 6 lessons I wish I knew before reaching 40. Let me tell you, this is the video that you want to capitalize in right here, right now. So let's talk about the first thing, my friend. Time waits on nobody. So if there's ever something that you wanted to pursue in life and you keep delaying it, just get to it. Because let me tell you something, time waits on nobody. Sometimes you may have the mindset, you may have funds available, you may have the right resources at the time, but because you delayed in a process, now you may be at a certain age where you're not able to capitalize on it. And these are things that we have to be careful of. Time waits on nobody. So if there's anything that is on your heart, if there's anything that you urge to do, stop consuming, and this is the time for you to produce. You see, a lot of times we spend so much time consuming and building up on information to the point where there's information overload. And as a result of that, you can't execute. So stop consuming and start producing, because time waits on nobody, include you and I. That's the first lesson. Second one, invest early. Don't wait until you reach 40. Don't wait until you reach 50. The earlier you invest, it's the better for you to position yourself so that when you get at a certain age, 30, 40, 50, you'll be able to be in a better environment, a better space, right? And so a lot of us sometimes we tend to delay on things because we're trying to have fun. We're trying to do all these other things. But again, like I said, the first one, time waits on nobody. And when you decide to invest invest your time at an older age, it costs you more. And then sometimes it doesn't work out to your expectation. So you need to do everything from early. Now, for me, I started out doing my business at an early age. And I've tried many different things, but because I didn't have the full support around me that I needed at the time, I felt like I was always struggling to get by. It was always like a survival mode for me inside my business. So as a result, everything that I have, I would try. But then sometimes when when things fall down and you don't have the extra funds to save you, then everything just drops. And I have experienced that. And I'm not afraid to share that with anyone, because a lot of us, we know that business and entrepreneurship takes anywhere from about 3 to 5 years, which is why I no longer want to invest on like physical stuff. Everything for me will be online. But I invest in a lot of things and I made back my money already. Prime example, as a photographer, I was doing that for such a long time. I invest my equipment, and up until this day, most of my equipment that I have, I'm still making money. It's like residual, right? I'm collecting revenues from it. Also, I'm able to make back my money from it over a long period of time. So some of the things that you may purchase, some of the things you may invest in, sometimes, you make back your money depending on the products that you purchase. But when we talk about other investments such as real estate and things of that nature, I've never been at that place. Real estate is always something that I wanted to get myself involved in. And I felt like I had that chance to do that a couple of years ago, and I missed it. I missed it because I was listening to the wrong people. I missed it because it was so much people in my ears. I missed it because I was trying to please people and not pleasing myself at the time. And so for me, when I wanted to capitalize on it, I missed that opportunity. So that is the next thing too. You have to be careful of those who are around you when you're trying to, make a decision, when you're trying to invest in things. It may not make sense to them. They may not see your vision, but sometimes listening to the wrong people who have no clue, people who have experience, are the ones that you listen to because they have credibility. Now, invest from early, so then your future, you'd have a bright outlook, because it's all about positioning. Let's move on to number 3. Money does not solve all problems, my friend. It just doesn't. Sometimes you can have enough money and still be unhappy. Core values are what's important. Make sure that whatever that you're doing in life, if it's adding value to you, what I'm trying to tell you is to be wise about your money. Money does not solve every single problem. Money breathes with oxygen, but sometimes we invest our money in the wrong things and it still makes you unhappy. Anything that you're putting your money to, make sure that it makes sense. Make sure that you can see the long-term longevity and benefits out of it, because money doesn't solve all problems. Sometimes we tend to follow friends and family and we want to match up to what they have. We want to buy the most expensive car. We want to buy the most expensive clothes. And as a result of that, you could be spending your money on things that is more valuable that you can see in the long run. What I'm trying to say to you is to do things based on you and not what you see what everybody else have. It doesn't work out. It will make you one miserable person. It will make you unhappy. So yes, you can have money, you can purchase it all, but it will still make you unhappy. Use your money wisely. For me, I have purchased things before that I thought it will generate money for me, and it ended up being a waste for me. My time, having people around it, having it in the wrong environment, the timing wasn't right. So I had to learn from my mistakes. Some of the things that I invest in, I end up had to sell it to other people because it didn't make sense. Let me give you a prime example. I don't want to seem like I'm speaking in parables or these codes or whatever. Let me give you one prime example because I like to be transparent, and I'm trying not to overshare either because I created videos speaking on that and people use whatever I'm saying against me. Anyway, let me give you a prime example. I bought 4 vending machines a couple years ago. I believe in passive income as well as active income. Active income, I would say, would be daily money that daily income that I'm receiving, or it could be like my 9-to-5 job, working and getting paid every week. But I believed in my passion. I believe as an entrepreneur to have things. So I could not afford real estate, but I wanted to do my vending machine as a real estate transaction or method, so to speak. So then I would have my machines in different store. So far, I had my machine in a mechanic shop, and that was going well for me quite some time. After a while, things gotten very slow. I had these other machine, and they were not in any. I'm kind of getting hot. It's not. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm in my car right now. Let me just open the window. Yeah, let's just do that. So what I was saying is that so I had my machines, they were sitting down. I was having some issues here and there, having them in other places. Some places wanted to charge me upfront, and I feel like if I wasn't making any money, if I've already started making money, then we can negotiate, but I can't knock companies for what they want. Anyway, I did not do my due diligent research. My only research for me at the time was just, getting those machines. What I should have done was to find the location first and making sure that I had like a contract deal before ending up purchasing those machines, so to speak. And yes, I'm learning. I told you I've made mistakes as well. So I'm not going to come up here acting like I have it all together. So that was the mistake that I have made. And so, but I had my machine in one store. I make some good money, but it didn't work out to my expectation. And so I lost it, meaning that the business wasn't profitable to me because I didn't have them in all the stores that I wanted to have those machines. In fact, in the area of which I wanted to have my machine located, I wanted to monitor them, but each companies or store or places, they already had their machines, so which was a loss for me. Anyway, good news is I was able to sell my business to a pastor who just started up his church. So I was able to sell it for a decent amount of money. I got my money back. I made my money back. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a good investment. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was unhappy about it because I felt like it wasn't a right move. So just be careful. Yes, let me tell you, I've been there, done that. I went through it. There's so many different things I could talk about, but yes, I wanted to put this out there so that you can really think. Just make sure that you are positioning yourself. Make sure you're doing your due diligence on research. Yes, I've been there, done that. Yeah, I'm like the new auntie. But anyway, and so let's go to lesson number 4. Don't chase money, okay? Don't chase it. What you can chase now, integrity, character. Do not chase the status either. Please don't, okay? You want to be a good person. You want to become a better version of yourself, okay? Don't let money lead you astray. That's a Jamaican term for those who do not understand. Don't put money on a pedestal. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't let that lead you to the point where you lost yourself in the process. Okay? I know we live in a mean world, and sometimes we focus so much on money to the point that it drives us crazy. Sometimes it demands control. Being a good person, be a good person. It pays to be a great person. Because when we have our children are looking up to us. It's kind of like, me that works in education, sometimes when I see students act a certain way and the parents be acting up and all these different things, and I said to myself, it first starts from home. Is whatever you put inside your children, the nurturing aspect, teaching them about good character, integrity, being ethical, those things matter. So then when your children comes to school, we can see the outcome. The same thing goes for money. Do not put money on a pedestal. Don't chase it too much to the point that it's starting to ruin you. Work on yourself. Work on becoming a better version of yourself each and every day. Do the right thing and work with integrity. The Bible said we shall eat the fruits of our labor. So if you're doing it right, good will come to you. I love to bring awareness to my community, and I felt like this video was important for me to tell you. Let's get to lesson number 5. Change. Change is valuable. Change is important, okay? In this life, we go through different phases of life, and sometimes we will have people around us, and sometimes we will lose them. I want to tell you that it's okay. People are not there to be there forever. Some people only serve for a different purpose, different reason, different season. So if you're with someone and you know that they're not adding any value to your life, change. There's nothing wrong with that. Each year you get older, you should be changing. You should be becoming a better version of yourself. What is bringing toxicity to you? You need to change. If your environment is toxic, you need to change. If you're with someone for a long time that it's not, all it brings to you is trauma, change. If your children aren't doing something that they're supposed to be doing, open that line of communication so they can change. The whole point is change is important. Don't feel bad when things change. Don't feel bad when something isn't working out to your expectation. We all have a different season. I want you to look at life like this. We have different season, right? And it changed over a period of time. It's the same thing for you. So don't feel away because there's certain changes in your life. It is normal. The good and the bad, the ugly. You just have to embrace it. You have to learn from it, and then you grow. That's all that is. For me, I felt like at one point I didn't like to change certain things. I wanted to have control over it. I wanted to set a certain way. But I understood now that it's okay to change. It's okay when someone disappoints you, pay attention to that. There's a reason why this happened. It should be an eye-opener, but then it's time for you to change. Last but not least, my friend, patient. You have to learn to be patient with the process of you changing and everything that is coming along. Change is important as well as patient, okay? You be patient with the process. Sometimes things aren't going to fall overnight, okay? For me, I felt like I was lack patient at one point in my life, and then I had to learn that, listen, things doesn't come overnight. So just be patient with the process. Be patient with the changes. You know, sometimes things get, your life get good. Sometimes your life is good, and the next minute, sometimes things just happen. You know, you're asking yourself question, why did it happen? But sometimes we have to learn within this, right? Within the season of changes, right? And then you have to be patient and just pay attention to the things. Why did this happen? What was the lesson that you learned from it? How are you growing from it? And that's just how life is. It's not perfect. Who said life was easy? I say this all the single time. But these are 6 lessons that I have learned. And so if you're going through these changes and these are happening to you, I want you to always remember this, my friend. That's how life is. It's part of the process, part of the cycle of life. And I wish I knew this before hitting 40, because some things disappointed me. Like I was like, oh, why does this have to happen? Da 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 da. This that. But yes, it took me some time to learn, and even though I'm 40, but I'm so happy to be a part of this journey that now I'm able to come up here and I'm able to tell you, to inform you. Because if you're watching this video right here, right now, I don't know, you're probably 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, or maybe 60. Listen, not because I'm 40, it doesn't mean that I know everything. And even if you're 50 to 60 years old, you may not know of this. We're all in different mindset. Our upbringings were different. So we function and we perform differently. So this video, I know it may locked into the parameter of 40, but this video is for anybody. If you have not reached there yet, this is the video for you. I want to hear your thoughts on this video right here, right now. Drop me a comment and let me know your thoughts on this. Signing off, my friend.